Of Ian is Weirdo. Today's been pretty off day, and I wanted to come on and just hang out with people and keep it pretty low key, but also focus on being productive and not sitting in some less than great emotions. So here I am. I'm fortunate that the person or persons most impacted by this are not really me, but it's kind of a strange and difficult day. So just focusing on what I can do, what's within my control, and getting through that, which I think is kind of the best that we can do most of the time, right? That's all we can do, work within our control. So I'm working on packer orders. I didn't make any progress after my stream last night, so I'm still on the second one. Maybe I'll talk more about it in a little bit, but after the month and a half that I've had just with friends and stuff like that, today is just particularly challenging because I have another friend. So the thing right now is that most of my friends I met in treatment within the past couple of years, right? And so we're all kind of dealing with some level of instability, and so seeing friends do really badly or going through a hard time is challenging enough as is, and we're never at our best when we're in those moments. And so understanding that's not the person's true self, but also not letting yourself get beat up on in the meantime, whether inadvertently or purposefully. It takes a lot to know that someone's suffering, but be like, I'm not gonna be privy to all this. So that's kind of what's going on today. Is I've got a friend who's going through a hard time, and I'm not gonna be a I can only do so much. So and you want to be there for your friends and be there to support other people who are going through a hard time, because you yourself have gone through a hard time, but you also can't stick around for certain behaviors, and it's just a balancing act. So every time I get like a message, I'm like, oh god, I know what this is, and then it's not. I'm like, okay, no, I was wrong. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to stop this a little bit more. This is the medium filling. Just like to take the end of my hook, stuff it in there. I think I'll take this off. Make sure everything's running okay. Okay. So I am at the point where I can sew in one end. So I'm going to do that. So yeah, I hope that everyone is having a good day. I know Mondays are always weird. Not always, but they have a reputation for being weird, so. Okay, so I'm gonna use my needle. Okay. So now that that's done, put this away for a second. Let me just have some details to work on. So start those here. So I don't know what's going on, but like with both of these that I've been doing, the ridge is not really showing up like it usually does. I don't think I'm crocheting that much tighter than I normally do. I don't know what's going on and why it's being like this. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe I actually usually do a single crochet and I'm just doing slip stitches right now. My brain's just like not. Hello, welcome in. I am working on a packer. Just had like a weird day, or just like a weird moment that is, needed to stay busy, keep my hands busy, so keep my head in a good space. And while like distraction isn't the only coping skill that I use, it's definitely a solid one to have in your back pocket And this is kind of one of the ones where it's like there's not really anything I can do to cope better, but also, um, I have to be, you know, I just need to not focus on kind of the happenings of the day, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna roll with it. Realize there's things out of my control that if I try to assert control over those things, it's just gonna make me more miserable. Weird shit, though. Weird shit, that's for sure. So, just taking these ends and sewing them in a way that's gonna make everything look better. Hey, Crystal. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. I know you're busy working on the crochet along patterns. It's like, why are patterns so, like, when you're writing them at your own speed, like, the experience is so different than when you are writing them on a deadline for something like the crochet along. I don't know, but it's so different. It's like all of a sudden, like, everything that could go wrong does go wrong. You're never happy with anything you make because you're like, the pressure's on. Like, I don't know. Designing for a crochet along is very different, I would say, um, than anything I've experienced. I don't know. Because I just never had, like, it never really mattered when I wrote the pattern. I did see that Hershey's was having free shipping or like flat rate shipping, depending on how much you spend. And I think I'm gonna use that, um, or take advantage of that while it's on, to get some yarn for an upcoming sweater and, some other stuff. I was told to treat myself, and who am I to deny that? My impulsive ass. Like, I need permission. So now I'm just weaving in my ends. And these ones I typically weave in with my hook because I cut them pretty short and they're fairly easy to just use the hook. So, okay. So now I'll cut off all the little ends, and that will be, I call it a day for this one. Almost cut my fingertip off. That's cool. Okay, so packer 2 is done. Just like that. So that's a nice little accomplishment. Then you know what? I should work on this little guy. This is my snood. I'm going to be doing rainbow and white. I wonder if I was gonna say, I wonder if it's Restream that's making my lives be all weird. Not sure, but so I found this shirt. So I've had this shirt the whole time I've been here, but I always thought it was a different. All your tutorials, that's a good idea because I've been there and I forget them all. So I can't wait for your tutorials. It's super fun. But yeah, you're welcome to lurk or do whatever you got to do. But hello, Adrian. What was I saying? I don't know. But I thought this shirt was something else because it was inside out and I had folded it. So I didn't like look at it. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Whitney Houston shirt. Why am I not wearing this all the time? So I thought it was a different shirt. Oops. So yeah, so what I'm doing right now is I'm making, working on the houndstooth snood that I'm making. So if you've seen my first attempt, this is what it looks like. I didn't bother taking it into like the width that a snood needed to be because it was a little tight on me and I didn't like the fit. So instead of going all out on like the length that I wanted, I decided to make this like a shorter infinity scarf that was really like fitted because I know some people would like that fit. And then so this is 120 stitches around, and then the other one is going to be 160, so it's going to be a lot looser. Um, but still like comfortable and keeping you warm. And so it's going to wrap around you like an infinity scarf, and then the second part, you'll be able to pull it over your head. So there'll be options. Now, I like the black and white the most, but I wanted to try something different with the colors. So I was thinking of doing a white background and then doing rainbow colors. So that's what I'm hoping that this will shape up to be and look nice. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. So I finished my packer, or one of the packers that I have for the orders. So I'm working on the the uh, what is this? The snood that I started a while ago. I just want to get a little bit further on it. Let's see. My hair, my colored hairs. Emotions are exhausting. Yeah, they really are. Um, So some of you know, some of you don't. And some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. That I'm a big fan of Good Mythical Morning and Rhett and Link, and I got to watch the second episode of their series Wonderhole, season 2 of Wonderhole, last night. It was so good. I really liked that episode. Episode 1 of this season, I was kind of like, I don't know. It didn't have like kind of like this sparkle, but the thing about Wonderhole, and is every episode's so different, and every episode has such a different vibe to it. And season 1 really just set such a high bar that it's kind of crazy to think that, or like to compare, each episode to the whole season that was season 1. It was really well done, and I think I'm gonna start rewatching season 1 on Discord. So if you don't know who Rhett and Link are, if you don't know anything about them, you can still enjoy it. Wonderhole is a really great opportunity to get introduced to them as people and as personalities and whatnot. But it's also great if you know them already, because it's just a departure from their usual. Like it's not Good Mythical Morning or anything like that. So it's very different at the same time. So it's got something for everyone, and it's just a good time. So yeah, if you don't know, and I really get excited about this. So I'm from this town in North Carolina called Fuquay Varina, and it's the craziest spelling. I mean, it's people don't know how to say it when they see it, even if they live like 30 minutes away from it. They don't know how to say it. And so the town next to us is Bowie's Creek, which is also spelled in the most wild way. And that is where Rhett and Link are from. So they're from the town next to where I'm from. And they moved out to LA and made this like life for themselves, like on YouTube and stuff like that. And like I feel it's like a special like kinship with them, of like not like in like a I don't know. It's just like when I hear their accents, I'm like, that's home. Like, I know I don't have that strong of an accent, but it's a little different when you're closer to Raleigh, which is the state capital. And you tend to get a little bit more of a like a melting pot there, but it's really cool because I know people with those accents. I grew up with people with those accents, so so it's really special for me to be able to watch them, and I feel like it's like Carolina boys. I know that accent so well, and those people so well, and I really like Rhett and Link. They're just really funny, and they do a lot of good stuff that I enjoy watching. So yeah, so if you have not watched Good Mythical Morning or anything like that, this is a good gateway into that. They also like coming up, within the next couple months, they're going to be doing Good Mythical Evening, which is like a naughty, dirty version of their show, and that they do that every year, and that's super fun. So we could do that together and have a good time, and that would be great to experience with you all, get to share with you all, just to kind of share things that I'm super happy about. So I will, let me see. So I'm gonna, so this is the Rhett and Link Wonderhole channel, and we can watch different things from them online. They have several channels, but you know, like I said, they have Good Mythical Morning, which is like 5 days a week. They do a morning show on YouTube, which I always really enjoy. So let's see. Plus tomato. Okay, so I hate this, like, on I'm trying to get my thoughts straight. Discord has like stuff that I can't get out of my way to just freaking see things. Rude. Get this set up. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the. Okay, so I'm gonna start with season 1, episode 1, which is we took the world's most expensive first class flight. If you want to watch it with me on Discord, you are welcome to. But if you don't want to watch it, that's cool too. I'll keep talking and whatnot. So just getting set up. Let me also share the Discord link. If you are not on Discord or you haven't joined our Discord community yet, you are welcome to come hang out, but no pressure if you don't want to. I'm going to do a couple more stitches just so that anyone who wants to join can join. So yeah. So if you haven't seen it, uh, this is something that I think that everyone will enjoy. And like I said, every episode of this series is something completely 100% different. Um, and uh, you don't have to know who they are at all to enjoy this. So, but this is if I'm sharing this with you, like it's because this is something that's really special to me, and like I want you to enjoy it too, so that we can enjoy it together. Like that's something that would be fun if you all could watch it, if you want to, but no pressure. So what is everyone up to? If you're not gonna hop into Discord, which again you don't have to, you never have to. If you but what are you all up to today? What are you working on? What are you sipping on? What are you snacking on? All of that stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna get this started in Discord. If anyone wants to come hang out, you're welcome to. It's so fancy. I'm really liking the way this is turning out. Love this. I like the. This is so funny and so ridiculous. It's so stupid. And then I'm gonna make Scotty a matching scarf because I think it would be cute. Cute. Sorry. Okay. Bridget said she's going to be live at 8:30 tonight, so I am gonna, and then big party Wednesday night at 11. So I will put that on my calendar as soon as I get the time. So if you ever have something like that where you're like, hey, I want people to show up, like just let me know. But like, I definitely want to like, kind of support everyone as much as possible. So if you are planning something, please let it go. This part's so funny. I can't. Okay, so 8:30 Eastern, which is 5:30. Reach. And 7. Yeah, just staring at the wall. It's so funny. This is so fun. I love the commitment to stuff in the business. Feel free to move around the cabin, or don't. I this phase, yeah. I've watched it so many times. Like I know every part of it. I swear I just heard kids screaming. Like plays screaming. Did that happen to my earphones or did that happen on okay, that was weird. Y'all, I'm losing it. Love that comment. So I'm gonna do I might do the teal next. I might skip over the teal because the teal is a big, huge knot. So much of the yarn that I got from Michael's is just a nightmare. It's just like the green turned out to be. It's just, I didn't see it, but so I do have this color blue, which is this bright blue that's because it's called sapphire, which I've never seen a sapphire that color, but okay. Um, but it's very like bright and kind of slightly teal. I think that'll look nice. It's a sky blue. So like if anyone has like regularly scheduled lives that they do, let me know because I'm gonna put them on the calendar and I'll actually show up because I don't have minutes. So if you don't watch Red, this is really the perfect introduction. We have a perfect good. Love their songs. Hey, baby. So stupid. This next episode is like one of my favorites. It's so good. Pause it for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna go grab some Gatorade real quick. So this is where I'm at right now, and I'm going to keep going. I'll just be right back with some hydration. Ouch. So I know we have a couple people in the building. It's been a pretty quiet day thus far. So what is everyone up to? I know we got a couple people lurking, filming, writing down ideas. Okay, so we could watch another episode of Wonderhole, but you know that it's just me in here right now. So probably won't do that. Just to space them out a little bit. But so yeah, I mean, I appreciate just people being in here hanging out, kind of, you know, even if it's a more quiet day, which, you know, it can be that. It's fine. Um, like I said, kind of at the beginning, and I've said a little bit throughout, just today's one of those days where I just needed to stay busy, kind of keep my mind occupied. Because it's just been a weird, kind of hard day. Okay, so gonna put on the second one, and I think I'll stop after the second one. First two with Crystal. And like getting seen pretty quick. So Hershner's is having their Labor Day sale. It ends today, and so there's free shipping involved. Hey Zach, how are you? You're going live a little bit, aren't you? I'm watching Rhett and Link on Discord, and it just started the second episode of season one. So if you want to come hang out and do that, we can. Otherwise, we can just chit chat. I'm working on my houndstooth snood. So this one is gonna be like a rainbow of color with a white base. I'm running 9 p.m. Okay, so that's 6. Yeah, that's what I thought. So not surprising on the Hirschner site, all of the Halloween yarn for Big Twist just sold out pretty quickly. And just like at Joanne, because they never do enough, and it's frustrating. Okay, so let's see. So right now there's 8 colors. Gonna be on for 1 hour, then we're gonna read over to Katrina's house. Very cool. It'll be fun. Okay, so we're gonna watch this. It's been a weird day, so I just kind of needed to get on and, clear my mind a little bit. I love what these are. If you know what they are, then you do. So I'm gonna cut a little tail done from Simple. Still get this media. And that's all I need. Oh no, the tail just popped. So gross. That's sunrise family development. It's so gross. It's so gross. Clothing yarn is so expensive. I'm looking at some of it. I don't know. It's so funny. If you're wondering what I'm watching Family's Mural season one, episode two. They just started season two, and um, yeah, they just released episode two, which is really good. I did really like. Thanks, Adrian. I appreciate that. Really dogs. For sure. Shopping. Okay, so due to the mega IKEA on that reminds me of like Idiocracy. The very, very that. Their costumes, this outfit. Shouldn't bathe in gravel. Look at these items. So this is what it looks like so far. I haven't touched that. It's so pretty. What's this with it? I wonder how it would have looked with black, but I don't know if the colors would have shown up as well. I have to be honest. The first time I watched this episode, I did because I'm a little bitch. No, but it's so sweet. It's about French. It's about French. And it's the most beautiful gift of all. I messed up somewhere. What's wrong with your burger buns? Yeah. So sweet, friendship. Friendship. Yeah, I definitely got it the first time. I love, I love Wonder Hope. So funny. Okay, so that was fun. If you saw it, you did. If you didn't, you didn't. But that's cool. I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah. Okay, so I think that I'm going to finish this row and then I'm going to head out for a little bit and then I'll be back for Zach's live at 6 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Um, we'll just chit chat and hang out on his channel, and then we're going to, let's see, Katrina's, I think. Let me double check. Katrina's, yeah. So that sounds fun. Just a busy night walking around, hanging out with the folks of YouTube. And then my next row after this is going to be a lighter green. It's going to be the same green I used for the little Shrek ears. And then I'll go to a darker green and kind of be moving around different colors like that. So thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you all later. Bye.